Whew. So I'm the mainly digger. I just came back from Gettysburg. I I don't I don't want to turn this into a paranormal investigation, but this is what happened. So I was at the wheat field at the Brigadier General Warren Memorial, where he's standing on the rock, and I'm explaining the battlefield, or I was explaining something, and my phone just cut out, like the battery just died. Mind you, I charge my batteries. I always charge my batteries. I even have a charger in my car. It's just my regular cell phone, so it's a regular cell phone charger. Granted, it was a little cold, but not cold enough to do that. Like, I've been out in colder weather and had my phone last longer than it did that. So I charge it up, or I plug it in, and then I try to return, and some crazy stuff happened. I'm not going into it. This isn't a paranormal vlog. This vlog is supposed to be about Gettysburg and the battle, and I didn't get a whole bunch of footage, but like, this is why. Like, it's just it was a crazy thing. I'm still kind of like, I'm still like, holy crap, that just happened. Very interesting, a very interesting place. I do believe in paranormal stuff, and I stay away from paranormal things or things that attract paranormal activity. But I have to go to Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg. I love the history behind Gettysburg. So, as noted before, or you'll see that I forgot my notes, noted notes. So these are some of the things I wanted to talk about before you actually see the video or the Gettysburg, and I'll post the paranormal one so you can see it. It's just like it doesn't show paranormal activity. It just like, I just wanted to show you like my phone just cut out, like just cut out. Anyway. So Gettysburg, took a trip to Gettysburg, the battlefield. It's 45 minutes away from Chambersburg. It was a 3-day event. It spanned all of Gettysburg, like inside the town and the outer limits. Like, it was a battle. Like, it was a huge battle in the Civil War, in the American Civil War, if you're not from America. But huge battle, and it was the turning point. Like, it was the turning point of the war. The Confederate forces had been winning multiple victories in the South, and General Lee wanted to press north to get away from Virginia, which was pretty war-torn at that time. So he pressed in to Pennsylvania. The burning of Chambersburg, the sacking of Carlisle, the burning and sacking, raiding of Carlisle Army barracks, which I'll do videos on those later. And then eventually Gettysburg. Carlisle, the burning of Carlisle, the sacking Carlisle was like on July 1st. Gettysburg happened on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But like all units were called in to fight at Gettysburg. The Union soldiers were already in place. They already had the high ground, which in the military, like, you take the high ground. You can't go wrong if you take the high ground, which means the Confederate forces, to win the battle, had to go in and take the high ground, which is like at Gettysburg is almost impossible. And that whole area was covered by the Union soldiers. It was a huge, like, the Union line was a big hook or a J. Like, there's no way that was going to happen. And Robert E. Lee, like... Good morning, I am the mainly digger, and we are at Gettysburg today, which is awesome. I'm so excited. If you don't know about Gettysburg, it's one of the biggest battles in the Civil War, and probably the biggest battle on American soil. It's amazing. It's in Pennsylvania, if you didn't know. Gettysburg is just an amazing place. It's always attracted me. Behind me there was at one time a huge barn during the Civil War, during that time frame, that has been recently taken down, or not recently. I don't know when it was taken down. It was taken down, but during the Civil War, it was a field hospital for the retreating Confederate forces, and the whole space behind me would have been filled with with either dead bodies or dying bodies, soldiers that couldn't go on. I mean, and now you can't tell it. There's nothing like it. It's incredible. So, like a great YouTuber, I left my notes at my house. So all of this is off the cuff. And when I get back, I'll make an intro, and or I'll put something in where it explains the details I forgot, the information I missed, or stuff I just got wrong. So we'll see how that goes. This is going to be a great day. This is Satch's Bridge. This bridge played a huge and an important part in Gettysburg, but it's not on the actual battlefield. This is the bridge that the Union forces took to get to Gettysburg, and the Confederate forces took on their way out after they lost the battle. It is an amazing bridge. It's just a well-built bridge. It's gorgeous. So yeah, we're gonna take a look inside the bridge. Like, this isn't a paranormal vlog, but like, you can't mention Gettysburg and not mention the paranormal. So I will try to stray away from the paranormal, but there's some things to mention, especially about this bridge. So the story goes that as the Confederates were leaving Gettysburg and walking under this bridge, they either hung up, well, they did hang up 3 soldiers, either Confederate soldiers that had deserted and were caught, or 3 Union soldiers or spies. You can see, I'm trying to get my finger in there, right there. That is a rope burn. So there's a ghost story, and I've seen pictures where you can actually see 3 bodies or 3 images hanging. I don't know if it was a trick or whatever it was, but it was really cool. It is extremely cold right now. Bad time to do it in February, but no one's here. All right. I thought Satch's Bridge would be a great place to start this vlog, this kind of a tour, because it is the beginning and the end. It is where it started and it is where it began. Especially for Lee. General Lee, like, you gotta understand how the Confederate forces were. They, especially for General Lee, no matter, even if the Confederate forces won a battle, they still lost. They didn't have the supplies that the Union troops did. They didn't have the support, the logistical support the Union. So even if they lost, or even if they won, they still lost. They still lost soldiers. So Lee had to go all in or nothing. And that's what, I mean, pretty much describes Gettysburg. But this, Satch's Bridge, when the Confederates were leaving, this is the spot Lee sat at, or stood at, smoked his pipe, and realized that he had lost and was probably going to lose the war. The Gettysburg, and this point right here at Satch's Bridge, is like the turning point of the Civil War. For either, well, for the Union forces winning and Confederates losing. So it's a big, like, this here, Satch's Bridge, is a huge landmark, a turning point. It is something that I love this bridge. It's just a cool bridge. And so yeah, now we're heading out and moving on to another part of the Battle of Gettysburg. So we're at the Little Round Top in Gettysburg on the battlefield. If you didn't know, this is where the 20th Maine, an all-volunteer force, stood and defended the high point during Gettysburg, led by Colonel Joshua Chamberlain against an Alabama unit. They, a lot of casualties, a lot of loss. It's just, to me, it holds an important spot for me. It happened on the second day of the battle. This place is just, like, not only is it because I'm from Maine, and like this is all you hear about in Maine. This is the only, like, Civil War, like, claim to fame that Maine has, is Colonel Josh Chamberlain and the 20th Maine Regiment. But this is where Mainers held their ground. They fought, they died, they laid down their lives for their country during the Civil War. Like, this place, I don't know. This is my second time being here. And it's just, I have this weird feeling. Like, I don't know if it's just me or like it's a weird atmosphere. It's a different atmosphere. But yeah, and they ran out of ammo, so they had to do a bayonet charge. Like, as an infantryman, I don't know if I could have, I don't know. That just seems like, blows my mind. This place is just interesting. I'll take another video and show you around. Maybe show the wall, I don't know, we'll see. All right. I'm currently standing at the left lateral limit of the defense line of the 20th Maine on the little round top. Left lateral limit, that's our left, far left. If you look around, this is the original rock wall that they used. And it goes all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way to the right lateral limit, which is over there. This is where they ran down with their bayonet charge, went down this hill and made the Alabama unit just took them out and made them run. It's amazing. Like, I'm getting I can't describe this feeling right now. Like, this is, I don't know, this is where they fought, right here, right now, where they fought, all in this area. And I mean, I can't describe the feeling I have. All right, this is getting awkward. General Josh Chamberlain is a hero of the Civil War, but this is Brigadier General Warren. This is the guy who, like, he may have not saved the day, but he was the reason why the 20th Maine was here, really. This is Death Valley. Many skirmishes, many charges, many different fights. It is like, during this Gettysburg, this field was filled with just bodies. They actually called it Death Valley. Our next stop is going to be the Devil's Den, which is right there.